What up, superhumans? And Henry's here. He's a little disappointed that he can't be front and center, but oh well. Listen, today's going to be a fun one. Originally, I had planned... Actually, let me do this real quick. Let's go into the chat. Let's welcome everybody. First of all, Samuel. Alex is here to spend money he don't have. Isn't that all of us, buddy? We've got a number of people on the stream. Thanks for joining me. Listen, this was originally supposed to be a video. I had actually shot a video, but I had kind of a crazy weekend, and the last 2 days have been kind of nuts scheduling wise. You can see that I still have my Wolverine beard. That's because I dressed up as Wolverine and ran around Joshua Tree, scaring a whole bunch of tourists. Anyway, this was supposed to be a video, but then things got all crazy and I ended up having to do a live, so I hope you don't mind. I'm going to chop this up into bits and drop those as videos, but thanks for joining me. As the title implies, best and biggest Black Friday deals on the products that I know, review, and love. And there are some videos that don't have Black Friday deals. There are some products that I'm featuring that don't have like the gnarly Black Friday deals, but I freaking love them. And then there are some products that like I just use and they don't really fit on the channel, but I think you'll like them too. All right. First of all, for everybody that is in the chat, that is on this live stream, can you give me a thumbs up if everything looks and sounds good? Can you do that? Putting in some background music. David says lighting, way better. Thank you. I bought like a new live stream thing here. I guess you can't see it unless maybe I zoom out. This little guy right here was insanely complicated to set up, but I think it'll be worth it. And but it makes everything run in 30p, which is just kind of weird. But it should look smooth. David says, yep, lighting way better. Thanks, David. I don't know what I changed other than put those RGBs on instead of white, but I'm glad you like it. I'm getting thumbs up from Colin. Colin, welcome back. Colin watches. He's a regular. It's good to have Jessica here. Alex is giving me a thumbs up. So Samuel. Thank you. It's taken a long time to make, and I gotta be honest, I asked this on the community tab the other day. I took a poll, like, does my background match the channel? Because I had a friend like, your background has nothing to do with your channel. I was like, yeah, that's kind of true. But does that even matter to you? That's what I want to know. Does it even matter? So, let's jump into this. I don't know how long this is going to be. Less than 2 hours. That I do know. It's got to be less than 2 hours. But we've got some fun stuff. David says, loving the Apple Watch Ultra. Bought it on your suggestion. Ha ha ha. I am totally fine with you buying it off my suggestion. I've got it. Bam, right there. I actually just did a different watch screen, a little Chinese and Arabic. I think it matches the wardrobe today. I've got a lot of gray and blue going on, and so a little complementary color never hurt anybody. Let's dive into the first topic. David brings it up, and that is that's where it's like created. Took like 3 seconds. It was kind of fun. So wearables, I've got 3 that I want to cover today. And anytime that you have questions about this, that's the best thing about Alive, is because it's like a mini review where you can get all of the questions answered right then and there. You don't have to wait for a video. And sometimes in those videos, I don't cover all of your questions. So this is where you can ask like the questions you really want. So I'm going to start off with my favorite smartwatch 2022, and it's literally the only one I've tested. So I'm extremely biased. I'm just not a huge fan of smartwatches. I'd rather wear like a dumb watch. But in the case of this Apple Watch Ultra, I mean, this thing is, how do I say it? It's been like game changing, even though that's cliche and everybody says it. God damn, everybody says it. It's the first I've had the Apple Watch 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I quit buying them because they were just super marginally increasing the performance, and it was just a pain in the butt to use. The screen was too small, it was curved. Like I never really felt like it did anything. It was like, I've got this super expensive big phone, and this was like a less reliable, less responsive, even worse on battery life phone. So that didn't really make any sense. Then they came out with the Apple Watch Ultra, and initially I bought it like right off the bat because, hey, I can do a review on it, pays for it, whatever, I can just return it if I don't like it. However, it completely caught me off guard because I've been able to pretty much replace this in nearly every single way with this. And there's something liberating about that. There is something liberating about not needing a phone and leaving that at home, because you're essentially taking the people you don't need to communicate with and just kind of putting them in the background. And it's not a bad thing. Like, it's not a knock on like the social media friends and stuff like that. It's just saying, hey, the connections I absolutely need, like to my wife, my kid, the stuff that's super, super important that has to be answered right then and there, they can. Like, I can call and text them. But things like social media notifications and email, the things I can do like twice a day, I can just leave that on the phone because it doesn't come through on here. And man, I'll tell you what, it's just the most satisfying feeling ever. It really is. It's liberating. So I'm gonna open it up. If you have any questions about the Apple Watch Ultra or any other wearable, hit me up. But so what are some of the things that I really like about the Apple Watch Ultra? It's just very what's the word I'm looking for? Complete. I can't wait for a second or a third edition. Every once in a while I have some glitches, but like I just took this thing to Joshua Tree. I just dropped a video. That's my last video that I did. I relied on this thing for routes, for trails, for calls, text messages, pretty much everything. I powered this off and didn't use it until I wanted to upload a photo on Instagram when we were done with the shoot, and then I used this. And that's only because I forgot my iPad. Like, had I taken my iPad, I would have done everything off that just so I could like get off the phone even more. I don't know about you, but the phone is a freaking trap. And so that's why I'm so in love with this Apple Watch, because it does everything that does pretty much. Phone call quality is awesome. Siri actually works better on this thing than that. More often than not, maybe because this has like 4 microphones. But it's fun. Like I'll be maybe grocery shopping and I've got my, my Beats Studio Buds in, and I can just say like, it's gonna turn on all of these. Hey Siri, I've got like 5 Apple products. Hey Siri, like call my wife. And it does. Yep, there's 1, 2, just went off. So, and then I take it from here without having to take my hands off the shopping cart or whatever. It's so effortless. I can't tell you how much I freaking love it. Now, we got some questions coming in, and I love them. Colin, I see your question, and I will answer that a little bit later, or rather, why don't you hit me up on Instagram? It's probably easier because it's shut up, Siri. It's just easier on Instagram. All right. David says, since getting Ultra, I've been leaving my phone behind all the time. Social media breaks feel so good. Okay, so this is the big video that I'm working on. I have an incredible special guest for this, and this is going to be coming out soon. Like, yes, you can ditch your phone for an Apple Watch Ultra, but why should you? And that's the video that we're going to be making. Jessica asks, how accurate is the backtrack feature on the Apple Watch Ultra? Really good, actually. So the Apple Watch Ultra has like a new dual band GPS system. It's far more accurate than the other Apple Watches. I don't remember if it's in the Series 8, but like I would just say skip the Series 8 and go with the Ultra. Just from a utility standpoint, it's bigger, it's easier to type on. Some of the extra features on there is rad. The extra battery life is freaking amazing. Like, I think I got 3.5 days on this. Now I know that's not as good as a Garmin, but like Garmin cannot compete with this as far as like functionality. Like the sheer amount of stuff that this can do. Like, this is a smartwatch, the Garmin is a sports watch. So battery lives are totally different. But I've used Backtrack a couple of times. The thing is like in Joshua Tree, when I made this video, I wanted to shoot the Backtrack feature. The problem is we stuck to trails, and like trails are really easy to navigate. So it felt like I would be forcing this video, and I didn't want to do that. But I have just gone off in the boonies. See, got some notifications, and so I'm going to be putting it on work so I don't get any of those. But I've used the Backtrack feature a couple times, and as you're using it, it's pretty cool. It'll kind of like give you a graph. I wish I had like a graphic I could like pull up, but it'll give you like a graphic and like your little radar type of system, and it'll be like, you've made it, bridge 50 feet ahead, and there's your bridge. And then the next one, you like start moving, and it'll just keep going to the next point, and it's pretty freaking dope. I can't wait to use it a bit more. I might be going to Iceland, and if I do, I know I'll have to use it because there's like no trails where we're going. So I'm going with people, so I doubt we'll get lost, but I'll use it, and I will come back to you and let you know. And does it kill the battery? Like I said, you've got an incredible battery life on this. So even like my friend Shervin did did the best video on this of like how gnarly the battery was if you just did everything on the Apple Watch Ultra. And I think he got around like 8 hours, but he lives in New York and he literally did everything on it. When I did my test, I work from home, so it doesn't use cellular when you're at home, but I did 2 workouts. Workouts really drain the battery. The 2 workouts, routes, like I went to lunch, I paid for everything that day using it, gas, groceries, you name it, took calls, text messages, did everything on here. And I got way more than a day, almost 2. So I think you'll be totally fine. The coolest thing about this is like I use my MacBook Pro charger and it charges the whole thing in like 30 minutes. So even if it's dead, it has fast charging and it's super fast. So even if it does die, it's really not that inconvenient. That was the biggest reason I got rid of the other Apple Watches. They were horribly inconvenient. Alex says, the only thing stopping me from buying it is the color, but I like that watch case. Yeah, it's got the titanium. I found this case to just, protect it. Third-party bands are already coming out, so you can change like the band color. I've got black. I've got like that, original orange, and then the original kind of like green one. Samuel asks a great question here. Do you need to get a separate or add-on service to use the watch? So yes, it comes with cellular, but it's not turned on. Like all the other Apple Watches, that's something you can add to it, like in the cart. I want it with cellular, and they turn it on. This automatically comes with it. You have to go through your service provider and add it. For me, it was Verizon. It was like a $45 one-time activation fee, and then whatever the service charge was a month. And I think it was like $9 a month. And here's what I'm doing. I'm actually getting rid of this. I have an iPhone 12 that I kept just in case. I'm going to sell this because now it's just a glorified alarm clock. And it's, even though it's supposed to be so much brighter than the iPhone 12, it really wasn't. Not to where I thought I was going to actually use this. This is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It was almost $2,000. I'm going to sell this, just keep the 12, and like $9 a month is totally worth being able to use this instead of an alarm clock. Like all of the benefits that come from it, the mental health benefits from using this over a phone, totally worth the $9 to $50 a month you would pay on it. Samuel asks, yeah, what's the watch case? It's funny because it's upside down and I don't know if I can get much more focused than that, zoomed in. It says it's protection. Oh, wait a sec. I can look it up on Amazon. Uno momento. Amazon. Let's go to my orders. No thanks. Am I not logged in? Weird. Oh, I'm not logged in. Just a second. This might take a while. There we go. Two-factor authentication. Don't share this with anybody. All right, we are up and running. Let's go to my orders. Why can't I see this? Here we go. Dude, what is going on? I'll find it. Like I could find it, but it wasn't like pulling it up, and I honestly don't know why. No, it won't show me the case that I bought. Let's see, guys. I'm going to do this. That way you can see my screen. Oh, look, here's all the Wolverine stuff I bought and then didn't use. It's this one. Can you see that thing? Oh, there we go. So this is the case I bought. That guy. I don't know what it's, the Lorienburg. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, that's the case I bought. Yeah, it worked really well. Now here's the deal. Like, I've noticed that it has glitched a few times. Like, even though I installed it perfectly, you've got some extra glass between you and the watch face. And so sometimes it doesn't happen, especially when I do passcode. This is the second case I bought. I bought another one and it blew. Like, it never worked. So I can say that this one is pretty darn good to go. But for the slow response, we'll reach out on Insta. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Hi, Henry. Don't go nuts. Thanks, man. I screenshot it. Great. All right. So Apple Watch Ultra, best smartwatch of 2022. Now, to the Black Friday deals. Like, what the hell am I even doing? It is $60 off, I think, on Amazon. Let's see. That is the best you're gonna do. I saw that it was also on eBay, but here on the old Amazon, you can pick it up for $740. So they dropped it $60. I was actually kind of surprised that Apple did that. But there you go. Apple Watch Ultra, best smartwatch of 2022. What do you think, buddy? You agree? You agree? You might hear him snore. So he just rests his head on my leg, and then he falls asleep and starts snoring. No, you're going to lay down? Go for it. Yeah, you should just lay down. Good. Now, my favorite fitness tracker is my Whoop. This thing has been with me, well, this is the 4.0, but I've been using the Whoop, oh, brother, 3+ years. 3+ years. Sandler says you got an affiliate link for which one? Not on the Apple Watch Ultra. I put all of the links to everything in the description. Just FYI, I did that last night. So description should have everything. Okay. But for the Whoop, affiliate link is down below. So yes, affiliate links don't cost you anything else, but they do give the channel a little bit of a kickback, and that helps me, I don't know, put groceries on the table, right? Buy some snacks and poop bags. So if you're going to, please use them. It helps out the channel. Let's see. Whoop. This thing has been the best fitness tracker since I bought it. Like, I love it. One, I never have. Okay, hey. Oh God. Can't tell you how many wires currently running throughout this thing. And Henry just like beelined it through all of them. Oh, I saw this whole thing come crashing down. Anyway, Whoop. The reason I bought the Whoop in the first place was because it was the first wearable I could use while doing jujitsu. You can't wear things on your wrist because it could like scratch somebody up. And Whoop made this super thin thing, but you could fit it into a neoprene sleeve and wear it on your arm and get data. And I had never had data for jujitsu, and it's an incredibly demanding sport. And getting the Whoop kind of like changed my life. The reason I like Whoop more than anybody else, can I even bring up my Whoop? Let's see if I can. Let's see if this is connected. Nope. Just a second. I don't think that's the right thing. Nope. Let me log out. Can I log out? I never. How do I log out? Let's see. My account. This is hilarious. I never have to. Oh, there we go. Log out. Jeez. Idiot. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's just switch this over. This is the journal. This is one of the reasons I love the Whoop way more than everything else, is because the journal gives you all of these things like COVID, vaccinations, therapies, depression, dog in a bedroom. All of these things you can customize and select. You can see that there's a ton of them. And when you do this, save journal, now you can start to track the trends in your behaviors that are actually mattering. So many times you make decisions and you have no clue as to why your recovery is one way or the other. You have no idea why you feel so good, or you have no idea why you feel so bad. And the journal allows you to track behaviors that are actually going to help you figure out what decisions to make to trend upward. Now, this is probably the biggest reason why I like Whoop more than anybody else, is it makes understanding your metrics easier than everything. Sorry, my battery died. So once you open Whoop, you can see, hey, that's my recovery. There's the strain that I'm at for the day. If I want to go over, this is the strain. It tells me how much strain I need to get. If I can stay under 15.4, that's going to be optimal. But if I want to go over that, that's going to improve my fitness. Here's normal recovery for me. I just ate way too late, and I know that's exactly why my HRV is only 36 instead of around 50. You can see all those numbers are down, and that's because I had a huge meal full of gluten. I had a hamburger and fries much too late. And here's my sleep performance. I can get a breakdown of all the different metrics if I want, or, I can see how it compares the other nights for the last week. Whoop takes very difficult to understand data, and it makes that very easy to understand. And the better you can understand something, the better you can change it. So things like resting heart rate and HRV, like the other day, I did a series of posts on my Instagram story, like, hey, given these metrics, what should my recovery be? And it was all over the place. Nobody had a clue, right? Even with some of the markers being pretty easy to understand. So this thing is just killer for helping you actually make some progress and make progress rather quickly. So Whoop is my favorite. Now, if you are new to Whoop, if you've been on the fence about getting a Whoop, do it now, because right now, if you go down into the description, new memberships, the 12-month or the 24-month prepaid, it's 20% off each month. That's the biggest sale they've ever done. Well, I mean, as long as I've been a member in 3.5 months. Jessica asks, getting to some questions here. What do you do? Let's see. What do you do if Apple Watch is out of your price range? What's your favorite budget option? So I'm going to get into my favorite budget fitness tracker. If Apple Watch is out of your price range, I would ask first, what do you need it to do? So follow up, let me know, and then we can answer that. Would Black Friday deal is killer? It is, for sure. Also, Henry just wants to be on this. Dude, that dog is so needy. I love the shit out of that dog. That dog is my other son, but he's needy sometimes. Let's see. Joey Helms is the most insane filmmaker that actually got me to dress up like Logan and have me run around terrorizing Chinese tourists. Joey, thank you. Yeah, I wish you would do some live streams every once in a while. If you haven't watched Joey Helms's stuff, go watch it. He was the person that convinced me to buy a red Komodo, but he did a video recently where he filmed everything on a phone, and it will blow your GD mind. Absolutely blow it. Right out of the back of your head. Does the Whoop app import food intake? No. So the Whoop is incredibly focused. It does not track calories, like your calories ingested. It doesn't track steps. It doesn't do a lot of things. It doesn't have a screen, and that's because it wants to give you the metrics and the data that actually matter. So it's going to omit food, and the reason it's omitting food and taking that data is because it would first just completely bog down the battery. This thing has great battery life. It's like 4.5 days. And the more you got to understand that this thing is doing every millisecond, which is 1,000 readings per second. To put that in perspective, the Apple Watch Ultra takes readings on average 12 per minute when you're working out, if not once every 5 minutes. So we're talking like 600,000 times more data. And so if it were to calculate a whole bunch of other stuff, your battery life is just going to get smushed. Hey, what's up, Scott? Scott is another amazing filmmaker. It's cool to have like this cross-platform pollination of some of my friends that I follow. I love watching Scott's live streams. Scott, you did a 6-hour live stream that I watched the entire thing on the road to photo. Going back to Alex's question, it says, does Whoop app import fluid intake? You're going to have to manually do that. However, something cool that Whoop just started doing is they're playing nicely with Apple. And so your Whoop data goes into health and vice versa, which is pretty cool. Jessica says, I was aiming for something with a screen, but the reality is the data and accessibility makes the Whoop a no-brainer. Listen, if you want a smaller watch or a smaller phone, yes, the Apple Watch or another type of smartwatch is a good way to go. If you're wanting to actually make some sizable improvement to your fitness and your overall health, I cannot recommend the Whoop enough. Again, prepay the 12 months and treat it like a self-experiment. Like, I'm going to spend, 20% off, like $280, right? So you're going to save $56, which is $130. Go, hey, is an entire year of self-improvement worth $230? If it is, buy now. Scott one-ups me and says, I did an 8-hour live stream with Charles. I don't know who that is. Oh, this is he's the DP, Director of Photography for Key and Peele. That's the current record. That's insane. Yeah, I'm just not that interested, although we're already 35 minutes into this. Holy smoke. So let's move on to now my favorite budget option. My favorite budget option for a fitness tracker is this right here. Again, all of this stuff and the links are down in the description. The Amazon Halo View is my favorite budget wearable. Like, it's budget. It is not the most accurate. It doesn't have the most everything. But if you want like the bare minimum and then some, this thing is half price right now at $35. I'm not gonna lie, like I gave this to a friend. A lot of these things that I buy for the channel and the reviews, like, I'm really blessed. I have too much stuff. I have more than plenty, and so I will often buy this stuff and give it away to friends and family that are interested in it or looking at it. I was really impressed with this thing. The screen was so much more responsive than I thought it was going to be for an $80 piece of technology. But it measures steps, it measures calories burned. Trying to think of everything that it did. Just a second, I can actually. Let's go on to YouTube. Here's my YouTube channel, and you can come through and look at all of the things that we've made videos on. But this one right here, you can see it, Halo View, right-hand side, right there. Click on that if you're interested. Watch the review I've done on it. Thing is pretty awesome. Best budget tracker in my mind for 2022. And like I said, it is half off right now, which is mind blowing. Amazon Halo over the Wise. Yeah, the Wise was a cool idea that was even cheaper. I think when it came out to pre-order, it was like $20, and I'm like, how do you make something with a screen for $20? And then I think the price rose to, I want to say, $40. And it was cool. It was a cool idea, and it was really just like an Apple Watch knockoff, but it just didn't have the functionality. I would absolutely purchase the Amazon Halo over the Wise Watch. Plus, like, Amazon's customer service is pretty ridiculous. I broke it. Okay, we'll just keep it. We'll send you a new one. Like, now they're not even having you send stuff back. They're just like, keep it. I don't know. They've got so much money, they don't need you to return things. All right, what do we want to jump into next? What do I have? Oh, can I like go back and show you something? So, these are, sorry, I have stuff all over. These are all the bands for the Amazon Halo. Not the Amazon Halo, the Whoop, gosh. Okay, so this is my Whoop 4.0. The band is part of the new Outdoor series. You can get a bundle and save some money if you get the bundle, but it's got this blue one. This is my favorite color. This is the oak, and all of them have, I wish I had a macro lens. All of them have, you see that? A pattern, which is kind of cool. It's like a rock / pine cone pattern. And then the last one it comes with is like this gray, this heather gray. But these bands are cool. This is the jungle camo pack. Got like the sand camo and then your normal like jungle camo. But another cool thing about Whoop now is that they offer the body line. And so some people are like, if they have both, they don't want to wear both. Well, with Whoop Body, you can get like a compression shirt, put it in there, or you get a sports bra and wear it against your ribcage. Or in my last jiu-jitsu tournament, I was able to wear it in my boxers and get data from my jiu-jitsu tournament. And if you do jiu-jitsu, you know that tournaments are so much more stressful than regular like practice sessions. So to get data from a tournament is pretty unbelievable. And I think the Whoop Body line is going to be a big deal for Whoop. I wish they were offering accessory discounts. I don't think they are. I actually emailed them today and I was like, can you just please give me a 20% off discount code? And if they do, I'll make sure I like update the comments with that. All right, moving on. I've just got to find the right thing. Sleep systems. Out of everything that I've reviewed in the last couple of years, these products have made the absolute biggest difference in my sleep. If you want to radically change your health in your life, improve your sleep, and you can do that immediately with one of these things. Yeah, hey Scott, on Restream, when I show that clip, that little like, hey, sleep systems, it cuts my mic audio off and then it brings it back on. That's all, and I poorly timed it. Anyway, these are the two best, bar none, and I'm doing a big review. Now that the Chili Sleep, now Sleep Me, oh my God, it's confusing. It's so confusing. Their naming structure is so confusing. This now has sleep tracking, and so now that this does and the Pod 3 already has, we're going to do a big comparison. But real quick, I'm going to tell you a little bit like the pros and the cons of each, but I will say that both of these companies are doing the biggest sale they've ever done. So if you've thought about one of these and you've seen how expensive they are, because they are, this is the time to buy. And I will say you will never, ever, ever, ever want to go back to regular bed sleeping again once you get these. Every person that's got one and that has told me is like, I can't go anywhere without it. I never want to like travel without this thing. Basically what it does is it acts like an AC unit for your bed. If you're a molten hot lava magma sleeper like I am, like cooling sheets and cooling pillowcases, they don't do anything for you. Like they just don't, because you give off heat as you sleep, and this heat gets transferred to your sheets and your bed. Some of that stuff like bamboo is better at dissipating heat, but if you're a really hot sleeper, it just honestly doesn't make a difference and you eventually overheat. Both these things use grids that are a cover that go over your bed that water run through, and it either cools that water or it heats it. And you can have two separate sides of the bed be controlled independently. So for me, I can have it pinned all the way down to like 63 degrees and stay cool all summer long, which means a good night's sleep, or the best night's sleep of your life, honestly, regardless of which one you choose. But in the winter, like sometimes, like, hey, if my wife's getting like super cold, she can like crank the heat up. It's freaking rad. And you don't have to affect your actual AC, which saves you money and doesn't freeze or heat everybody else out in the house. This stuff is just absolutely amazing. There's some pros and cons of both. Alex says, 8 Sleep, hands down. Now, I think there are pros and cons to both. And I don't know if you can see this. Here is the Dock Pro from Chili Sleep. One of the biggest pros, you can call it a pro, I'm going to call it a pro, is that it has physical buttons right here, right? To turn this thing on and then to, where's my finger? To change the temperature. Sorry, it's mirrored, so it's kind of hard. Physical buttons on the Chili Sleep Dock Pro. The 8 Sleep does not have any buttons, so if you want to change the temperature in the middle of the night, you're going to have to go onto the app. Talk about whether this is actually a pro or con here in a second. Chili Sleep also has a removable air filter, which the 8 Sleep does not, so doing basic maintenance is easier on the Chili Sleep. The Chili Sleep is cheaper, so if budget is like your most concern, is your biggest concern, and the Chili Sleep is going to be the way to go. Also, you can get just one to control one side. The 8 Sleep controls both sides. There's no single side option. So you can actually like reduce your cost in half if you're single and you're just sleeping by yourself. Pros of the Pod 3 from 8 Sleep. It's a technological marvel. It's very quiet. The app is absolutely awesome. The water container, you can see there's still water, is so much bigger than the Chili Sleep. And even though it controls both sides, it takes forever for this thing to like run out of water. Whereas I feel I'm probably filling this up twice a week in this one. And I kind of don't want to take it out, but it's like that tall, right? My favorite feature about the Pod 3 that this doesn't have, this has a sleep schedule. So it's pretty cool. Like you go in and you set your schedule. You're like, when I fall asleep, I want it to be 63 degrees. And as I'm entering deep sleep, or 2 hours later, I want it to be a little colder. And then 2 hours later, I want it to warm up. And then as I wake up, I want it to get warmer even still. That's all right. However, your sleep phases do not run on clockwork. And if this is going like every 2 hours or whatever you program, maybe you've entered a sleep phase at a different time than this is changing temperature. And that could wake you up and impair your sleep. This thing knows what phase of sleep you're in, and it governs the temperature of your sleep schedule dependent on that phase. And if you opt for autopilot, which tracks like your past history, like your preferences, your movements, even the ambient room temperature and weather patterns outside. This can make micro adjustments to that sleep schedule even more. So I talked about physical controls being a pro, and maybe they are. But what I found is that when I used this, I stayed asleep much longer. I wasn't even waking up in the middle of the night. So I didn't have to change anything on the Pod 3. My vote is for this thing. It's just, when it comes to just working, this thing is just a better experience. From the setup experience, the notifications you get, how to adjust everything, and things just working, the Pod 3 is now my favorite. I will tell you, this gets colder, and it gets colder faster. It's more powerful. The grid on the cover is closer to the surface, so you're gonna feel it faster. But this thing's just easy. It's just freaking easy, and everything works all the time. And for some reason or another, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, we started having problems with this, like with connection issues. And so this is what me and my wife sleep on, but I anticipate we're going to be going to this pretty soon. Anyway, I love these things. And right now, the discounts are massive. So depending on your situation, this is more expensive, this is more budget, this is 25% off. So any of their sleep system stuff is 25%. I think it's 25% on the whole site. Let me check. Let's go to Sleep Me. So 25% site-wide. So here's the Dock Pro. Let's compare prices real quick. Since we're here, we're doing this. No, leave me alone. I hate pop-ups. Jesus Christ. So here's the Wii. That's the made for two. You can see a king size bed is $1,574. So $1,574. If you want it for just me and you're getting like a half queen, it's $861. Now here's another recommendation. Let's see. I told you about this earlier. This now has sleep tracking. I've been using it for the last week. It's not as accurate as I would like it to be. I've had multiple days where it doesn't even show deep sleep, which is kind of weird. But the reason I wouldn't recommend it is, I'm gonna be honest. When Chili Sleep started talking to me about the sleep tracker, I pleaded with them to not have a monthly subscription. Like, if the technology is in there, just offer it. We see this in cameras all the time. You can buy a camera and 8 months down the road, because of updates, the camera is even better than when you bought it. And I was like, please do that with the Dock Pro. Widen that value gap between it and the Pod 3. Not only did they not do it, now they don't have to listen to me. I'm not big time. But I think I have a pretty good ear to the ground in what you guys want. So not only did they charge it, they're charging so much for it. So it's $20 a month per side. So if you need to get it for both sides, it's $40 a month for sleep tracking. And I would say not worth it at all. Pod 3, let's check out the Pod 3. Eat, sleep. So right now, there's two different things, and the discount with my code in the description is bigger than this, just FYI. Pod 3 for a queen is $2,045, but they also have the mattress. So if you go with the Pod 3, just so you know, Pod 3 cover says $250. It's $300 with the code. If you get the Pod 3 mattress, that mattress is crazy comfy, by the way. It is $600, so you're gonna save an extra $100. So here we've got the Pod 3 cover. You can also like go a smaller mattress, like if you want to change it, it saves you an extra $100. Or you can just go all the way down to a Pod 2. The difference between the Pod 2 and the Pod 3 really are the sensors and the processing power. The Pod 3 has quite a bit more sensors, so it's more accurate with your sleep tracking. And that's the thing. Okay, so I didn't mention this. This sleep tracker is external, like it's another thing that you have to set on the side of your bed. And it comes with a mat that's literally about this wide, and it's like this tall, and you stick that underneath the cover. And I think that's why it's not very accurate, because a lot of those mat trackers aren't very accurate. Plus the build quality of the tracker, I'm going to be going into this in a video, is not good. It's very cheap feeling. So anyway, it's external. The coolest thing about the Pod 3 is all of the trackers, all the sensors is built into the cover. So when you wake up, because of this gnarly processor, you're instantly given your sleep feedback, resting heart rate variability, tosses and turns. You get a hypnogram. All of that is built in. Just another reason why I like it. They were very smart in how they thought this thing through. Autopilot, you don't have to pay for if you don't want it. You can see that they've reduced it from $19 a month down to $15 a month, and that's for both sides. So that's dope. But you could remove it if you want. So anyway, 25% off, $300 off for just the cover, or $600 off if you want the mattress. Let's go back to see the mattress. I will tell you, the mattress is super comfy. Can I just go to this thing, please? There we go. Holy moly. Come on, Wi-Fi. Oh, sorry. You guys watching me instead of that. The mattress, you don't feel the other person moving, which is really cool. But here's the mattress, $2,895 if you get the mattress and the cover. If you go the big 6-layer mattress, it's $3,495. It's got a max chill layer. I don't think it's worth it because you're already cooling the bed. So if you need it to be cool, I would omit that layer and save yourself $500. Yeah, $600. That's just my recommendation. All right. So if you get the Pod 3 mattress, $2,895, you'll actually get it for $2,795. Okay. So like I said, there's pros and cons. There are pros and cons to both. I have thoroughly enjoyed both of them. I recommend both of them. They are expensive, but they're investments, and you'll love them. You'll never go back to regular sleeping. I have a second Dock Pro that I take with me when I travel, and I even got the smaller system, the Cube, from my parents' house because they're 80 and everything is 200 degrees in their house. I don't think they've ever used an air conditioner in their life. And they live in St. George, which is 115 degrees. Makes no sense. Anyway, I love these things. If you were to splurge on one gift this year for yourself or your spouse or whatever, these things. They're absolutely mind-blowing how much of a difference they can make to your sleep. Let's kind of move this, and I want to see. Oh, see, here we go. Alex says, my average sleep time was 4.8 hours after they ate sleep. I averaged 6 to 7. It just works. Just picked up the Boundary Supply key clip to go with my Errant Pro per your recommendation. We're going to be talking about bags here in a bit. There is a 10% coupon floating around for it that's stacked with the sale. That's good to know because I was told that wasn't happening. 8 Sleep is just a sexy device. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me put these away, and we're going to go on to the next thing. Oh, shite. And by putting it away, I just mean putting it on the ground. Actually, what's the next thing we're going? Just sleep systems, wearables. Let's talk about something I'm not going to review, and I've talked about it every once in a while. These are the supplements that I take: Momentous Brain Drive, True Niagen. Some of them I just ran out of and I don't have. True Niagen, Fedosia agrestis, and Tonkat Ollie. So what are these for? The majority of the supplements I take are for my brain. After having multiple concussions, 5 or 6 concussions in the span of a year, my brain health just like went to the shitter. And so things like Niagen, which is nicotinamide riboside, Brain Boost, Lion's Mane, and then also HPN's NAD3. All of these are linked down in the description below. These are absolutely awesome at repairing cells. Like, it's so good for cellular health, not just for brain cells, but for cellular health. The HPN NAD3 is really good for telomere health. Vital. So when I got my concussions, I started having like serious memory issues. I couldn't remember my long-term memory went to crap. Sometimes I would be driving and kind of come to and be like, what am I doing? I have no idea where I'm at. I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea how long I've been driving for. Kind of scary. So brain health is, hey, Henry, you're back. You're gonna come over here. If you go over there, you're just gonna be in the way and knock things over. So brain health has been critical for me, and it's something that these have just become a staple of like what I'm taking pretty much every day. These two, if you're a guy, are insanely beneficial to testosterone production without taking steroids. So steroids definitely work, but they will also crush a bunch of your systems, organ health. They're far worse than most people make them out to be because your gym bros are the only ones talking about them. This is a very healthy, natural way of actually making a substantial increase to your testosterone. And testosterone is going to help you burn fat. It's going to help you keep muscle, but it's also going to help with your mental health. Both of these I learned from Dr. Andrew Huberman. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast and he was talking about these. Supplemented together, I think the Tonkat was, he said 600 milligrams a day, and the Fedosia, I think at 400. These are a little beefier than that. But anyway, I've been taking them and they made a substantial difference with about 2 weeks is what I would say. It took about 2 weeks for it to build up in my blood plasma, for it to be like sustainable and give me results. But in about 2 weeks, these things were absolutely awesome. Let's see if we get some questions here. Oh, I need to take that off. If you've got questions on any of this stuff, please hit me up. But these are things that you can absolutely find on Amazon. And let's see how much they are. Let's go to them. So here are a few. There's the Fedosia agrestis. They've put both of them together. Where I would be hesitant about buying a supplement where they're both together is the dosage. And this is a proprietary blend, which is generally bunk. I would never buy a proprietary blend because we have some weird laws that make it so that they can put a whole bunch of filler and not actually give you the amount that you actually need. So I would stay away from this one. That's why I went with this one. You can see it's just the Tonkat Ollie dosed at 1,000 milligrams. Oh, sorry, there's Tribulus terrestris in there. Terrestris in there. But anyway, if you're going to get one, I would avoid proprietary blends pretty much at all costs with any supplements that you're going to take. Now, one that I don't have here that I just ran out of Listen, if you're an athlete, this is a secret weapon. I've been taking the HPN NAD3 since playing ball in Huntington Beach. I actually knew the inventor of it. His name's Sean Torbati. He owned a Max Muscle and introduced me to it. I've been taking it ever since. The supplement I added to that, let me find, is one that I recommend all the time to my athletes because, let's see, it is like a miracle drug. It basically gives you a gas tank that is unmatched, and you'll see lots of professional like CrossFitters taking it. Back in the day when this was still a very small company, this is the product. It's extreme endurance. You've maybe heard of it, especially if you're a CrossFitter, you've heard of it. Josh Bridges is like a huge athlete of theirs. But these guys were really big in the Ironman scene. Really, really big in the Ironman scene. And basically what it does is it buffers lactic acid. So lactic acid, as it builds up, eventually basically bonks your muscle. Your muscle's like, I can't go any further. It's the burn that you're feeling, right? So this is the one proprietary blend that I would still give a giant thumbs up to. It's expensive. It is absolutely worth it. I told my friend Tyler about it when he was training for Worlds. He got some, and within a week he was like, holy crap, like my energy, my endurance has skyrocketed. So it is my go-to. About a month and a half out from every tournament I do, I've got some of this that I'm taking. You just take it every day, like 3 caps in the morning, 3 capsules at night. They're tablets now. They used to be pills. And then you increase that dosage the week out of a tournament. And I'm telling you, like, you get to the point where you're like, I don't get tired anymore. And that's weird. Even for a 40-year-old like me, rolling with 25-year-olds, and they were just like, you're 40? Like, it's freaking nuts. Love this stuff. Absolutely love it. Hey, Henry, no. You can't. What are you barking at? Well, those are the results that I would see. Less familiar. You mentioned your athletes. Are you a coach? Yeah, that's what I did before this whole YouTube thing. If you go back and watch some of my older videos, you'll kind of see. I was a personal trainer for just about 20 years. So I've had a lot of really cool experiences as a coach. I was the head performance coach for Athletic Republic's HQ. Athletic Republic is the biggest chain of sports-specific training facilities in the world. I think they had at one point like 135 centers. They're much bigger than Velocity. They almost bought Velocity, but HQ is in Park City, and I took over there and wrote all of the programming for all of the different programs that they did. At one point in Huntington Beach, I was kind of like a volleyball coach there, but I got to work with most of their professional athletes. Justin Turner from the Dodgers, probably the biggest one. And then I started my own company 8 years ago called Superhuman Performance. And in February of this year, I stopped doing that. I wrote programming for the Seattle Seahawks, the Philadelphia Eagles for Compex. So you guys know that I've loved and used the Compex. We're going to get into that. But I've done, team trainings on the Compex. I've done athlete trainings, a couple of athletes from Giants. So yeah, 20 years, NASM, master trainer, CPT, PES, CES, and the MMA CS, those designations. Level 3 trainer from Athletic Republic. Good times. Just no more. I don't do it anymore. Actually, this is something that is on the horizon. I'm going to be doing one-on-one consultations pretty soon. That's something you'll be able to sign up for. Really in this arena though, like how do I use a Compex? Like what's the best way to implement like my Apple Watch data or my Whoop data, stuff like that. So when you have questions and maybe I don't answer them enough or completely enough on Instagram or YouTube, now you can actually have like a one-on-one session with me, and that will be a thing that I'm doing pretty soon. So love that you covered subs. Yeah, it's not the sexiest thing, but there's some good ones out there that a lot of people don't know about. Creatine, holy crap, like I didn't bring that one down here. 3 to 5 grams of creatine a day pretty much change your life. It's like probably the next to caffeine, it's probably the most studied supplement ever. Caffeine. All right, we talked about recovery. I actually don't have one of those fancy recovery videos, but I want to talk about my favorite recovery products, if you guys are okay with that. Let's see here. Therabody makes some of my favorite products, and they're having a big sale right now, up to $150 off the Theragun. So if you're looking at a Theragun Pro, it is by far the most expensive massage gun. I do think it's a little overpriced, so getting it for $150 is nice. However, the Theragun Pro is probably the most heavily relied on massage gun in recovery centers. So if you're a place that offers like cryotherapy and red light therapy, PEMF, you're doing massage therapy, almost all of them have a Theragun Pro, and they last forever. So they're expensive, they're bulky, but they're made to just last forever. Let's see. So Theragun Elite is $100 off, $101. The Theragun Mini I would just avoid. I think there are better mini massage guns like the Recovery Fun Mini. That's my favorite mini massage gun. Normatec has been rebranded. You know, Therabody bought Normatec, but why did I do that? This is your Normatec with Recovery Air Pro. They've been rebranded to Recovery Air. You can see some substantial savings on the Normatecs. I love the Normatec. When I go into cryotherapy, just being able to throw on these things, basically what they do is they inflate with air and a ton of pressure, and it helps push the lactic acid back into like the lymphatic system, not the lymphatic system, but it pushes all of the lactic acid up so you can like flush it out. You just feel amazing afterwards. It's like somebody giving you a massage on the legs. It's rad. Plus they have like ones that go on your hips or your arms. When I did like Jiu-Jitsu Worlds a few years ago, like I just put on everything, and I looked like the little brother in my Christmas story, like stuck in the snow. But dear God, it worked. I talked about Compex. I'm going to talk about Compex again. PowerDot is like the competitor to Compex. I would not recommend it. The potential of PowerDot is pretty amazing. Like it's like the Tesla of NMES, or neuromuscular electrical stimulation devices. However, it was horribly unreliable, and sometimes it would glitch and kind of fry my skin. So I wouldn't recommend it at this time. If they've changed, PowerDot, get back to me. I would love to check it out. Yes, it used to be called Normatec, and then they got rebranded. Yes, they are amazing for flight. Yeah, if you've got a long ass flight, like athletes that I've known, especially in the beach volleyball world, they swear by this stuff. Coming back to here, some of my absolute favorite self-myofascial release devices: the Wave Roller, the Wave Duo, the Wave Solo. Basically, it's like foam rollers, and they put a motor in there for vibration. And originally, when I got these, I thought it was a gimmick. I really thought it was just going to be a gimmick. Totally not a gimmick. It actually makes a huge difference. But they are expensive, and so saving $50 on a Wave Roller, I would absolutely recommend that and the Wave Solo. And then you can get them in bundles. Not a huge fan of CBD. That's why I'm like kind of breezing over it. Whatever. But here are some big bundles. Like if you want that Recovery Air full body, wow, that's actually like a pretty good deal. maybe I'll get one of those. Here's the complete Wave Series bundle. You're saving nearly $100, $90 off. I would totally pick that up. But anyway, Therabody's got some really good stuff. To my other favorite recovery product, this is something I've talked about for years and years. I've been using Compex since 2010. Compex is having a huge sale right now, up to 60% off. Now, if you go onto my YouTube channel, the last Compex video I did, it's pretty recent, is, let's see, can I make another? There we go. That's what I want. I'll just pull it up and show you. Uno momento, por favor. Channel. Okay. Go to my videos. So this video right here, this is the Compex you should buy. It's the one right next to me with my shirt off. If you're thinking about getting a Compex, make sure you watch that video first. So I compare all of the Compexes and tell you which ones are actually worth the money. Some of them I just don't think they are. They're rad, but I don't think they're. I guess I can just tell you right now. The Mini is pretty cool, but I would not go with it. Instead, I would actually go with the Edge 3.0 over that. But I would say your best bang for buck is actually this one, this Performance 3.0. I would highly stay away from the wireless. The basic physics of it doesn't really work. Because it's wireless, they have to put the pod and the battery like in the little pod, and these things heat up as you're using them. You're sending an electrical current through your skin, and so it heats up. And if you've got all this weight, now the pad is heated, it becomes less sticky and it falls off. It just, I would avoid it. I would buy the wired ones all the way. The Sport Elite is $249. And this has like all the bells and whistles. And for the price, I mean, it's $100 off. Like, and these things last forever. The one that I bought in 2010 still works like a charm. So, huge investments. Maybe people are wondering, like, what the hell do they do? Well, neuromuscular electrical stimulation. When you need to lift something, your brain sends a signal to the motor units in your muscle to fire to pick that thing up. So like this mouse. Now those motor units fire at 100%. However, not all of the motor units fire. Like, so the motor, like the muscles in my fingers, my wrist, my forearm, my bicep, my shoulder, my pec, they're all having to engage to do this. And they're all firing at 100%, but maybe only like 3% of them are firing. Your brain cannot change that until like something requires it. If this was a 50-pound dumbbell, now a much higher percentage of my muscle fiber would fire. So when you're training, these limitations are imposed. It's what you can do voluntarily. The Compex supersedes that and allows you to do things that you couldn't do voluntarily. I could continue to lift this mouse, but I could force my muscles to work in such a way that this would be like an 80-pound dumbbell without the weight. So you could dramatically and rapidly increase your strength, your power, your speed. Problem with Compex is they don't market this very well. Again, they only market the recovery standpoint, and I don't understand. It's worth its weight in gold, but what it can do for your athleticism is kind of bananas. Like I said, I've been using it since 2010. Rick Stosky, fitness trainer out in the West Coast, got me onto it. I put like 7 to 9 inches on my vertical using this thing. So, love the Compex. I would highly recommend it. Not a fan of the company, but the product, amazing. Let's see. Triflix asks, do you have a strong opinion on protein consumption within time slots pre-post workout or grams a day? I have a strong opinion. No, I don't have a strong opinion. There's an anabolic window. There are guys that are just much more into it and smart and well-versed and educated than I am, like Layne Norton. Like, pretty much his whole career has been based on like carbohydrate and protein consumption. So I would defer to that guy. I mean, like, I used to be pretty gnarly about protein consumption, and I've found that I can take far less than I used to and still maintain muscle mass. I take like a protein supplement once or twice a week. That's it. Everything else is just coming from regular diet. Boom. All right. Complex. Did I have anything else? Oh, I did actually. So this is for Salt Lake people only. I'm sorry, but my buddy Tom owns US Cryotherapy. I swear by US Cryotherapy. It is a giant recovery center. I'm going to see if I can find it. And I'll kind of show you. So US Cryotherapy services. So they do whole body cryotherapy, localized, hydro massage bed, facial, Normatec, that's where I get it. They're done. Pulse electromagnetic field therapy. PEMF is like witch doctory. There's no other way to say it than it's like complete witch doctory. I don't really know how it works. I mean, I have a decent understanding of it, but it doesn't make any sense. When I got a concussion, after 3 months of going to specialists, almost no improvement, one session on PEMF, I just put these like little discs around my head. It sucked, but substantial increase. It was the first time in like 3 months where I was like, will I be normal again? And since then, I've used it on a broken rib, to injure a broken rib, a near torn Achilles tendon. Freaking amazing. Red light therapy. The cool thing about the red light therapy is it's a red light bed, which is infinitely better than like the wall mounted units. Infrared sauna, cryoskin, they have a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, cryotherapy. I didn't even show you this. Sorry. So those are all the things that they have. Tons of professional athletes go in there. But if you're in Salt Lake, I just put the link in the description. US Cryotherapy Salt Lake, it's in Sugar House. They're having a massive sale. It starts tomorrow and goes through Monday, but you can get 30% off everything. I would highly recommend you getting like a monthly membership there, because then you can go use it like every single day, as many times a day as you want. Do cryotherapy. Oh, absolutely amazing. Let us see. All right. On to the next thing. We did supplements. We did wearables. We did sleep systems. Why don't we do... Behind me, I have many bags. Many. Colin, thank you. Peace be unto you. Hey, actually, Colin, thank you so much. Listen, before you go and before anybody else leaves, I'm going to have a lot of people on the stream, and that's okay. It's still fun. Hopefully I'm answering all of your questions. But if you thought this was valuable, entertaining, or insightful in any way, please hit the like button. The like button is literally the crack for the YouTube algorithm. Like, the nose candy that makes YouTube like this channel the most is the like button. So it's great if you want to subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, it's free, and I do some pretty kick-ass giveaways both on YouTube and then also on my super secret club, which is my private Whoop community. But definitely hit the like button. If you're gonna do anything, smash it. Smash the like button. Listen, this isn't one of those fitness things, but it's one of those things that I really enjoy. And if you're a gym goer, like, you need a good bag. If you like to travel, you need a good bag. And as you can see on this wall behind me, I have entirely way too many bags. Some of them are camera bags, some of them are travel bags. This is my new favorite bag. I did 2 videos on this thing, and I absolutely love this company and the people. I'm actually talking to Mikey right now. This is the Boundary Supply Errant Pro. This is the best everyday carry bag I've ever owned. It has like 22 magnets. These are fidlock magnets. Look, do you hear that? I can't even see it. I just know that it's going on there. This is just the most satisfying bag. It's got fidlock magnets, big top opening with more magnets, this beautiful mustardy brown interior, 30 liters, 31 liters. Let's zip this bad boy open. It was like the Errant, but they made it better. They sectioned this off. More organization than you can shake a stick at. You can put a tablet in here, a laptop in here, SSDs. We've got great zippers everywhere, meshy pockets, another big pocket right here. You've got side access into the bag on this side. Bam, just like that. So you can get in here this way or get in here through the top. It's covered in moly, and you can put little organizers on here. But it's also made out of X-Pack material, which is super lightweight, but crazy durable, like crazy durable. Let's check this out. Can you see this pattern on here? See those like diamonds right there? This stuff is like kind of like bomb-proof, really. I love this bag though. So if I need to go to the gym and then I want to go to a coffee shop and take like my computer, my camera, I've got to like vlog, do a bunch of stuff, this one. I also bought this dope Huckberry bag. Well, Peak design, but it is a Huckberry exclusive. This is the Peak design travel bag in the 30 liter. It's also made in this beautiful X-Pack material. You can see it quite a bit more on this one. This is a fantastic bag if you just want like one big pocket. Oh, that was the expansion. Oops. So that just makes it bigger. But if you want one big pocket, bam. I did also buy the tech case, the X-Pack tech case that comes with it. This thing's actually rad. It fits so much into this thing. Freaking love it. Anyway, so if you want more of like a travel bag, like I used this over the weekend for my clothes and stuff, this thing worked great. But if I need something more techie that I need to use every day, get in and out of quicker, the Errant Pro is a better bag. Boundary Supply have just the best bags. Like the quality of their bags is absolutely insane. This thing, I use it nearly every day for the last till they gave it to me, and it has virtually no signs of wear. And it's just so comfortable. It's so comfortable. We've got a question here from Triflix. Any must-have attachments for the Errant Pro aside for the key clips and shelf? Yeah, actually, the shelf is a cool idea. For me, it doesn't necessarily work. I love Boundary Supply. I'm not a fan of that camera cube. I'm actually going to give it away. If somebody wants it, you can have it. The must-have attachments for me is the sternum strap, the fidlock. So this doesn't come stock. You can buy it as an accessory. Way better than the normal magnetic chest strap. Love this one so much. And thank you, Mikey. Mikey just told me they're sending me their adventure belt. So it's got a hip strap on this version. On the regular Errant, it does not. But the adventure belt is thicker, bulkier, more comfortable, and it has pockets that you can put like snacks and your phone in. Those are my go-tos. Everything else, not so much. Their tech case is rad though. You could always do with a good tech case because it's made out of the X-Pack material as well. It's freaking rad. So those are my favorite like everyday carry bags. If you're into photography, you may or may not be, but this also just makes like a great everyday bag too. You can see how beat up this one is. This was in Joshua Tree with me. This is the everyday Peter McKinnon bag from Nomadic. It has this massive pocket right here, which makes just putting your camera rig right there so easy. And it's got some structure to it, so it's great. Best part about this is it stands up on its own. Awesome zippers, goes inside the bag. You've got a camera cube. You can literally take out the camera cube and put a different camera cube in there. You can get into the shelf through this guy. This is a super basic bag, but that's why I love it. It's not over-engineered. It's an awesome bag. Now, all of these bags have some wicked sales going on. Boundary Supply is having the biggest sale they've ever done. And I would say, hey, use my code. However, you're not going to get a better deal with my code, unfortunately. So they're having up to 55% off of everything. The Errant Pro is the only one in the X-Pack that, or both the versions of the Errant Pro, it's the only one that doesn't have a discount because it just barely came out. And when talking to these guys, the margin on that bag is so slim. Mikey also said there's only 10 in stock. So if you're gonna buy one, you gotta like buy it now because it's gonna go out of stock. The Eris, I don't know if you can see it. The Eris is that top left bag. Best travel bag I've ever owned. So if you need something to like go in and out of airports, foreign countries, that thing is like made out of like Kevlar. It's super light, very comfortable. It has a carbon fiber harness that can adjust to different heights. That thing is incredible. I tried using it as a camera bag, not a great camera bag, but as a travel bag, absolutely amazing. And it's $90 off, $80 off. The Prima system, that is that bag, that gray one, okay? That is definitely a very rugged outdoor camera bag. But as you can see, they make a ton of stuff. That Errant duffel is rad. This Errant sling I want. I definitely want this Errant sling. The Renan X-Pack Day Pack is a great, like, if you need to get your kid a backpack and you never want to buy him a backpack ever again because it will last through the apocalypse, that's the bag you get them. I gave it to my nephew. He freaking loves it. So let's see. Yeah, as far as their like accessories go, this tech case is very much like the Peak Design tech case. You can get it in an X-Pack material, but I don't see that option right here. But dear God, it is that thing is rad. Let's see. Let's go back. I'm looking for any other accessories that are a must for any of their bags. The port kit's pretty cool. Here's the Adventure waist belt. Like if you were going to get an Errant or an Eris or, yeah, I think those are the only two bags that it's compatible with. But it also has the Fidlock. Oops. It also has the Fidlock magnet, which is so nice. I hate buckles. Like being able to use Fidlock is just way better. That thing's awesome. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, their hemp camera cube or their hemp clothes cubes are great too. These things are just, if you've never packed with packing cubes, that'll like change your life. Like there's something about like traveling that has its own system. And if you can make that system better and reduce the stress of traveling, you'll enjoy traveling so much more. And believe it or not, like packing cubes do that. Okay, let's see. Peak Design. They're also having a big sale. 30% off everything they make. They just made these cool new iPhones. I've got a couple of Peak Design bags. The Everyday Zip is great. Capture Clip Travel Tripod. Here's the Everyday Backpack. That's that one right there. That thing is pretty cool. Let me show it to you. My favorite features of this thing, this magnetic top shelf. It's got 4 things, so you can make it quite a bit bigger if you need to. So it'll hold a lot, or you can get it really compact. Big open pocket with a shelf down here that you can put things in, and a nylon, like soft. Here, let's go to this camera. But this pocket right here is great for like sunglasses, magnets. Peak Design and Boundary Supply love magnets, and I love them. So this is also magnetic. Comes over, boom, and it secures into place. Now you can see these zippers, and this is what's so unique about this bag is, let me flip this around. This bag does everything through the side. Both sides are identical. Like you can get into the bag through the side. It's got a zippered flap on the inside with organization, but you can see these little origami type of things, and they make shelves, and so you can stick things in there, and you can do that on both sides. So I can like fold these and create this like shelving mechanism. And so the stuff that I want like quick access to from the side, I can just put those here, unzip it while it's still on my back, and grab those things. So Peak Design everyday backpack. Right now for the 30 liter, for the 20 liter, it's $251. These guys are like Apple, they never do deals, and that whole 30% is obviously not accurate, because that's only, $30 off. Let me go back. What did it say? Oh, it says shop 10% off items. Shop 15, shop 30. Gotcha. So you could do the everyday zip. The 15 liter, this thing uses one giant zipper the whole way around. So it's the same bag, it's a new version, but instead of having the magnetic top opening, it's got a zipper that goes all the way around. You can get it in a 20 liter though, but I'm old school. I like this version a little bit better. Now, every time my wife posts a photo of me with this sling, I get asked, what sling is that? This is, I don't know if you can see them, but down there I have the 3 liter and the 6 liter, and these are just the best everyday slings. Like the 3 liter is perfect. Let me grab it. So like if you want to take like a little mini camera, like here's my, this might be the most gorgeous camera in the whole world. Maybe, other than maybe the Leica Ghost Q2. This is the Fuji X100V. It's my little point and click. But it just goes in here. Grab my phone, stick it in there, put some snacks, my keys. We're off to the races. Now I don't even take this, but I use this bag all the time. I freaking love it. Excuse me. They also have a 6 liter version. If I need to take like a bigger camera like my R5, that's what I'll take. And they also have like organization up through the top. The bigger they go, the bigger the organization is. In the 6 liter, it actually has like a flap right here. And then they have the big behemoth, this 10 liter. And it's got a lot of organization. It's weird that they don't have any photos of that organization, but you can see the size. So that's like almost a messenger bag. So there's the Peak Design. Nomadic, that's who makes that everyday camera bag. They're also having a huge sale on those camera bags. The Peter McKinnon line, you can save up to like 30%, I think. So here's the big studio bag. that's that bag up there. That's like when I need to carry like literally all the camera gear. That's a great travel bag too, but it's made for camera stuff. And then here is the everyday camera bag that I showed you. This is just a great everyday bag. Like, you don't have to use it for camera stuff. Like, I use it as a gym bag every once in a while, especially if I'm going to the gym and I need to film something. I put the camera in the top and then just fill the inside with clothing. But you can also get it in different bundles if you want it with 2 small cubes or whatever. But it looks like $2.99. When this first came out, it was like $360. So as far as bags go, those are my recommendations. Huge sales. You can't go wrong with any of these. Nomadic has a lifetime warranty, and so does Peak Design, and Boundary Supply is like 3 years. And last time I talked about this, they were like, why so short? I was like, have you ever used a Boundary Supply bag? It's like, even though it's warranted for 3 years, the thing will last like 15, 20 years, no problem. Built like a tank. Let's see. Also ask Mikey why the thermal lunchbox bed links on their website. Okay, I will. I'll ask why that doesn't work. Let's try it. What was a Boundary Supply? Let's see if we can find the thermal lunchbox. Here's the CB1. I don't know where the thermal lunchbox is. Is it even on here? It might just be in the accessories section. That's what I want. That Errant Sling X-Pack. That thing looks dope. Accessories, that's probably where it is. Thermal lunchbox. Yeah, I don't see it. Anyway, I believe you though. I believe you. I didn't flip over that camera, I'm sorry. Go to Errant Pro compatible attachments. Let's see. Errant. Where's the Errant Pro? Go back. There's the Errant Pro. Compatible accessories. Errant thermal insert. Yeah, you're right. It just takes you back here. I'll ask Mikey. I'm not sure why it does that, but I'm sorry. Anyway, so those are my favorite bags. Now, to wrap up, because we've only got 20 minutes left. Where are my graphics? Was there anything else that I didn't show? Oh yeah, here we go. Not ever do. I think it is kind of weird, but I've had a weird amount of people ask me lately, what are my flannel shirts that I'm wearing, my hats, and my jeans. So let us start off with the hat. You guys know that I am a hat guy. I think in every single video I've ever worn, I have worn a hat. This is the hat. You have probably heard of this brand, Melon. It is the most expensive hat I have ever bought, and I understand why now. After owning, I now have 3, and I will be buying more. It is absolutely worth the $70. One, it does not crumple and crease like other hats do. I don't know if it's because of this weird flap that's on the inside, but it gives it structure without making it crease. There's nothing worse than creasing a friggin' hat. It's like you ruin the hat once that happens. I don't know if you can see these, but they're like little raindrops, and that's because it's a hydro hat. It's meant to get super sweaty and wet. And when you throw this thing in the wash, it comes out looking brand new. I've washed this thing 3 times already. It looks brand new. Hella comfortable. This is the Coronado style. It's pretty much the only melon hat that fits my head, like the style and the shape, but I love it. And Melon is having a big sale. So right now, 30% off site-wide. You need to use that code. Black Friday comes Monday. I don't know what it means. But anyway, we can shop now, and I can show you all of their hats. So they have like 4 different styles, but they also have winter hats, which is pretty cool. But they have a ton. I'm sure you've seen them around. As you can see, $69 for some of these, but use the code. You're going to save 30%. I cannot recommend, if you're a hat person, Melon all the way. These things are freaking dope. I would recommend my Boundary Supply hat because it is also the nicest hat I've ever owned, but it's literally the only one they've ever made. They just gave it to me. And so people keep asking about it, and I'm like, I don't know why I would even tell you you can't get it. I feel like a douche. This shirt my wife just gave me, I freaking love it. I don't know who makes it, but the shirt that I have been wearing a ton, and a brand that I wear a ton, even though I've never, ever owned them before. Let's see if I can find it. Is Lululemon. Lululemon's like expensive, and they never fit for the longest time, but that shirt right there, this soft knit overshirt is it is my favorite shirt. And I just bought this one, and no, not that one. That one. Like I said, they're kind of expensive. $130. Oh my gosh. They're stretchy, but they're thick. They're so comfortable. Every time I wear it, somebody's like, in a video, what's that shirt? I need that shirt. These things are built like tanks. Absolutely love them. I don't have a discount code or anything. This is just the stuff I'm wearing, and people seem to like it. And now I see, ooh, what do you guys think of that? I'm gonna have to get that one too. I love the plaid stuff. The plain one's cool, but that navy's kind of cool. But I definitely want that check plaid late date brown night sea. Wow, that's a lot of names. Can't recommend this shirt enough. If you're a dude and you're looking for a flannel, I'll tell you, like the reason I buy these is because like my wife sees them and she goes, ooh, I like that. And anytime I can get my wife to do that, that's a good thing. So that's why I buy more of them. All right, for my jeans, this is like everybody's, I always get like British people, like, what are your trousers? These are the jeans. Oh, that's not the right website. Shop. Let's see. It's these guys. These are Doers Live Free Adventure Pant. This is a size 33, 32 length. They're like a jogger. Boop. So you get like this snap cuffy cuff. That's not how short they are. I'm just like standing up. So they go down. And I'm wearing black socks with navy, which is a no-no. But super comfortable. Really comfortable. I pretty much just wear these. I live in these. They have stretchiness to them. Let's see if I can find them here. They are on the more expensive side at $150. You're like, and I'm gone. But right now they're having a big sale, and I literally just bought 3 more pairs. So now I have every color, and I love them. Oh my God, I love them. But right now you can either get them for $119, or if you get a last chance pair, you can get them for $99. Is this one $79? Holy, okay. $79, half off, $99 or $199. Dude, I love them. So the new ones that I just bought was this navy one that I just wore, this black one, and then this color, which is called Platoon. It's like a dark green. And then probably my favorite color is, where Where is it? Oh, they don't have it anymore. Or was it? They don't even have it anymore. They used to have like a dark brown color, and I love it. But those are the jeans I rock. Love them. So if you need a new pair of jeans, dudes, and you're not 6'9", these are them. Was there any other? I can't remember. I think that was it. Listen, we've got 13 minutes. Hit me up. Thanks for the dope stream. Really enjoy the format and your approach to YouTube. We shouted you out in our Make Whatever You Want video. I'm going to have to watch that. Thanks, Tristan. That's super kind of you. And I got your message the other day about doing a collab. Yeah, hit me up. Let me know what you have in mind. I'm down. As long as I have the time, let's do it. I think that's it. There was only one other thing that I wanted to show you, and I guess we have time now, so I'm going to do it. And it's my favorite purchase of 2022. Out of all the crazy stuff I bought, and let's not talk about how much money I spent this year, this is my One Wheel GT, and it is hands down my favorite purchase of 2022. I love this thing so much. Why is it the best purchase of 2022? Well, I just use it all the time. It's the most fun thing ever. Like, it's the best way to like run errands. Where we live, I'm pretty fortunate. Dude, I go to UPS on this thing. I pick up groceries on this thing. I go get snacks. I go to the gym twice a day on this thing. Even when it's super cold outside, I'm still rocking my One Wheel GT pretty much every day and everywhere that's within range. And range on this thing's pretty nuts. I can get about 20 miles before I need to charge it again. Right now they're getting some shit from the CSPA or whatever. Like, it's kind of nuts. If you're not a one-wheeler, you would have no idea about it. But anyway, I suck at board sports. Oh my gosh, I suck so bad at board sports. I suck at snowboarding, wakeboarding, skateboarding. Like, why do I even bother? And I spent a bunch of money because they're not cheap. Let's pull it up. They're made by a company called Future Motion. Not One Wheel, believe it or not. Future Motion is the company that makes the One Wheel. Let me find the website. This is the One Wheel GT, the Pint X. So they make a few sizes. But I bought this thing because it looked like so much fun. As you can see, it's not cheap. It is an EU. $2,200. I bought like the big accessory bundle or whatever, so it was even more. And most of the accessories you'd never need. I'm gonna go. Like, I got the Elite bundle, so it was like $25. Oh, it's off now. When I bought it, it was like $2,800. So that's it. You can get it with a treaded tire if you want. That's what I got. But how do I describe? Like I said, I suck at board sports. And I was under the impression that this thing completely balanced you. And so you're like, oh, cool, that's super easy. I just get on and it takes off. No, it doesn't balance you. All it does is it keeps the nose level while you're riding it. So it took me a little while to like get balanced, but there's something so much fun about being able to get on this thing and zip around. Like, if I want to go to lunch, I grab this. If I need to get a coffee from my wife, I take this. I take Henry for walks using the One Wheel, and he loves it because he can just sprint. It goes, 20 to 25 miles an hour. It'll do 20 miles on a charge. So I can charge it up and use it the entire week, running to the gym several times, a day. I can grab like snacks. I'll take it down to the convenience store. I take it to Taqueria 27 for lunch. Like, I just love it. It's so much fun. And anytime somebody sees me riding it, like the other day I took it to the gym and I had like 5 of their trainers outside all taking turns riding it. And every one of them is like, oh, I want one of these. They're just so much fun. And if you're a filmmaker, that's why I bought it, because I thought it would be a really handy like filmmaking tool. It is, but it's just the best. I take it everywhere with me when I travel. I just throw it in the trunk. I've got like a hypercharger that'll charge the whole thing in an hour, a car charger so I can charge it in the car if I need to. But it's so awesome. If you were going to buy it, like here's the GT bundle, the Elite bundle over here. The only thing you really want is the hypercharger, and maybe, actually you probably want an extra set of bumpers and the charging plug just to keep it watertight. So like you can see the little charging plug right there. I can't really show you. Yeah, plug that goes in there. Oh, I'm not even showing you. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Here's the GT bundle. The only thing you would want is maybe like the rail guards, like these things, and the bumpers. Mine have like hot pink and a charging plug. That's pretty much all you want as far as accessories. And the GT hypercharger. It's big, it's expensive, it's totally worth it. It's like the most legal fun you could possibly have. And I'll tell you what's the best. Here, I can actually show you on my phone. The app for the one wheel is ridiculously cool. Let's see. It won't turn on, but let's see. Group rides. So these are all of the group rides I've been invited to that I haven't been able to make. But what's made this thing super worth it is meeting all of these people. So I've been to a couple, and I thought there was only going to be like 5 or 6 people, and there were like 45. And we went and rode this thing for like 12 miles downtown, and it was so much fun. But also on the app, I'll show you again. You can see all the charging stations. So if you're out for a ride and you're about to die, you're like, because it's kind of like Waze, that community app, people will be like, oh, go right over here and you'll see a charging station, or this is a fun trail, or you can get food here. Just so much fun. I can tell you, I think I've done like 380 miles on it. So the amount of gas that I've saved from riding that as opposed to my FJ is actually pretty substantial. So pretty cool. Listen, it's 1:55. We've almost hit 2 hours. So I've got to go. I'm going to keep this open for another 5 minutes. If you have questions, hit me up. Okay? We'll do some rapid fire questions. Oh, my battery's going to die too. So this might end quicker than what I thought. We've only got 8% battery left. So if you have questions, hit me up. I don't know if there's other Black Friday deals out there that you want to know about. I don't really know. But this is the stuff that I use. And yes, there are affiliate links. Again, if you use those affiliate links, they don't cost you any extra. Sometimes they actually save you more money. And they do, help me out. So like I said, I can put food in Mr. Henry's belly. Are you tired? Hey, come here. Let's see if he'll do it. Come here. Can I have a hug? Oh, thanks. Thanks. I taught him how to give me hugs, and then he just falls asleep like this. He just puts his head in his chest and passes out on me. You want to go for a walk? Go for a walk? No? Oh, okay. You just want to relax today, huh? Anyway, yeah. If you guys have questions, let me know. You look so funny right now. What are you doing? Are you awake? You don't want to be seen? Hey, guess what? You're on camera. See? Right over there? That one. That one's got you. It can tell. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I will be breaking this up into some chunks so it's a little more palatable, and those videos will be posted on my channel. We got a question, so I'm going to answer it. Oh, that's a big yawn, bud. Any ideas for upcoming videos? I can kind of tell you what's going on. Oh, you know what? I didn't share this I'll hurry and do it. I've never really enjoyed personal training apps, but after World Championships, I wanted a trainer, but I didn't want like personal training. And I reached out to a guy that I respect immensely in the field of strength and conditioning. His name is Chad Wesley Smith. We talked for a little bit. He has an app called Juggernaut. I've been using it for, I want to say 6 weeks because I just finished my first phase. It is the closest thing to personal training I've ever used. The other day I posted a 54-inch box jump. Pretty good for a 40-year-old. And I haven't done anything that high since I broke my back in 2014. So I highly recommend that app. I'm now going to do a video on it. So that's coming up. Let's see. I've got 2 final Apple Watch Ultra videos. I've got like the mega review and then the more mental health side of why you would want to use an Apple Watch Ultra instead of an iPhone. That's coming. I have a camera channel. If you're interested in the camera side, it's called Caffeinated Cameras. I'm doing a big review on the Red Komodo, my 1-year review. What else, Henry? What else do we have? I think. Hey, that's it's just a kid. I think that's it for right now. Is there anything else that we were planning on doing? Yeah, that's it for right now. Oh, and then I'm doing a video on like world champs and competing. If you guys have ideas for videos, please submit them. It makes my job easier. The hardest thing about doing this is trying to figure out content that you guys want to see every week. Anyway, it's 1:59:19. So I'm going to peace out. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below or just hit me up on Instagram, but I would prefer them in the comments because then they're all localized. Thanks for watching, guys. Henry, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Catch you later. Peace.